Hey, what's up, y'all? This is very spur of the moment, and welcome back to the Memo with, well, y'all know me, I'm Venture. But I had something particularly planned for tonight, but I had to scratch that off. But I saw how much the community was pushing. I'll be out the way a lot. I do a lot. I'll be working a lot. Like what we say, 25/8. Like we don't let off the gas, online, offline. Got a lot of things going on, but I still saw that the community was pushing the energy so much. I'm like, I gotta throw up a space today. I actually gotta leave to go out of town in a couple hours with my son, but I gotta throw up a space because I gotta support that energy, gotta champion that energy. And I'm like, so I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, what could I talk about today? What rolls off the tongue? And it just hit me like a ton of bricks. Build an altruistic network. And normally I actually write out my spaces a little bit, give myself some keynotes, but I think this is something that's gonna flow a little bit more easier than normal because I threw up some things up top. So what happened was I see how we start projects, and then over time you get new members, and the new members come in. You all follow each other, you all network and things like that. And then what I particularly found interesting is XPX assembled a network of people organically. I ain't gonna lie, I missed most of it, but I came in on the back end and I saw how like everybody was combined together. Like TK has a community. I don't know, Whip. I don't know how to say it respectfully, but he got the community like going in. It's in a good motion. It's in a good place. And I want to highlight some of those things. And I want to talk about how we can expand to build our network and be more altruistic and like do good work out here. As a matter of fact, let me post up. I actually had took a little screenshot of that. I'm gonna put that up. I had took a little screenshot of actually what it means to be altruistic. Let me go throw this up in chat just like this. All right. So, not that everybody's not a college scholar or things like that, but I will say, so what does it mean to be altruistic? Altruistic is, by definition, okay, I lost it. Altruistic by definition means showing a disinterested and selfless concern for the well-being of others, an unselfish act. So that goes back to like if you're in a community, and for instance, I'll take you back to 2021 Bull Run. When I had the joy of having a substantial amount of money, but the way that I got it, I would consider it unethical from my standpoint of knowing what I know now and knowing how I like to support projects and how I like to support good devs. I really didn't understand my actions. So for me, an altruistic act would be, hey, how about let's not dump on this chart? How about let's not poop on people's ideas? How about let's add value to the community? Let's uplift one another. And let's give each other the education and the wherewithal to get to that level where we can teach one another and keep expanding our network. Because where that altruistic energy comes in is, let's say, the selfless concern for the. I try to put you on, I'm gonna try to put the next person on. I'm gonna try to keep lifting up everybody, and we're gonna build a ladder to get to that next level. And that's truly what it's about. And I'm gonna really touch on that by going toward these tweets that we put up. Like, for instance, the XPX token posted 3 hours ago. Come join the after party. Select the track, sit back and chill. Now, most people would probably say, this ain't got nothing to do with me making no money. No, it doesn't. I've been on the community building side before, and I've seen how it is when you actually have that camaraderie in the community. When you build those connections with people, you don't know who's in the community. You don't know who you're talking to as far as like getting to know people. So that type of environment can create more fluidity in the community, and it can cause things to grow. In previous communities I was in, I've met like even BCR right here. Me and him been locked in for a while. We follow each other through a lot of different communities, and pretty much what he says goes. What I says is probably goes because you never know. I could be a little bit more naive than most, but the whole point is we've been pretty locked in, and we wouldn't have met each other if we didn't stick around and try to build communities. And actually, we've actually just championed a lot of different communities, and we just kept that same energy and kept it going. And as he's bettered himself, I've bettered myself, and we made connections. And then we found out things about the blockchain. We found out how people use volume bots. We found out how people do scams, how people fake volume, how people make money on. Like we found out so many things just by, hey, I tag you in this, I tag you in this. You share this with me, you share this with me, and then you build up on that background of just constantly lifting each other up and getting to that next level. And those some things that wouldn't happen if we just joined the TG just to get into a project and pretty much like dump a chart. I feel like when you actually champion the community and you try to like really uphold something and push it to that next level, that's when it's going to be fire. That's when you're really going to get that long-term vision that Rico talks about, when you can actually look forward into the future, because you're developing the fundamental building blocks right now without having to try to like it's muddy, because like I would say, going back to 2021 vibes, I made a decent amount of money, but I didn't know I was making those red candles on the charts. I didn't know that I was destroying communities by accident. I mean, and that goes back to what my show would have been about tonight, stewardship, and how the mismanagement of funds, but that's a whole other story. So in a way, the altruistic, it's like it's got to be completely cultured around your community, and you got to understand how your actions affect the next person, but also to keep going and to give to that next person and lift up each other as you continue to move forward, and find those interweaving connections in the community to push to the next level. Get to know each other, join the XPX Telegram, and have some camaraderie, and you have to just figure out who's who. That's pretty much a touch and go for me. I'm going to move on to my next point. I didn't really have too many, but we had XPX for life. He threw up a tweet earlier. He said, "A day in the life of our lead dev, Rico Moneybags, who is an absolute force of nature in the crypto space. As a lead dev for XPX, his tireless dedication is unmatched, setting an example for what it means to represent the community. Starting his day at 6 a.m., Rico immediately dives into the Telegram and engaging with community members and firing up bullish vibes." He goes on and on. And that's just a testament to, you gotta find good groups of people that champion others. Like even XPX writing that post. It takes a certain amount of empathy to appreciate and see the things in others. And he bigs me up all the time in Telegram, and I appreciate it. But you gotta have that type of energy around you, but also you gotta have the type of developer that you want to respect in a way that shows up. And I can go on and on. I got horror stories and I got good stories about devs that don't show up. But one thing I respect about Rico is, when people respect you, the community is gonna form around you. And then when people like you, they're gonna champion you. They're gonna push you forward. And your work ethic is something I believe a lot of people, you can't really fake work ethic. And like, so when you can see somebody like, he on the YouTube, I don't know if people in the other Telegram. He got the Moneybags Mansion. He got the YouTube. He got the Telegram. He got XPX now. He doing meetings, doing this, always doing something, always active, always in the Telegram. If I ever need something, I throw up the bat signal, or I throw up a mailbox, or I DM him. And I was like, "Hey, need to talk to you. Need to get him on a call? No problem." It's not very many devs out there that's that transparent and that you can like just pull up on and get that vibe from. And that's why I would say I would give a shout out to XPX for life for doing that, because I saw that today. I was like, dang, he wrote that out pretty thorough. And that reminded me of how I would see energy and it would go unreciprocated. Because a lot of people don't know, and I'm not a dev, I've never been a dev, but I think I like to think I understand energy. When people are out there pushing little bitty things like just shouting them out, bigging them up, and like, he wrote this as a book, but just shouting them out and bigging them up, like that goes a long way. That revitalizes the project. That revitalizes the community, the dev, and if you got the right dev, it's a trickle effect. It's not an outgoing effect. It's not an ego pump. It's not a you know what I mean. It's not like a big ego pump where the dev like, yeah, you're supposed to appreciate me. Now watch me run this chart down. No, he putting in his own. That's, we can go on and on and on about that, but that's altruism. He putting in his own money into the project. We had such a low market cap. I missed the majority of it, but he told me the stories of how the pay portal got going. Like he's putting his own money up. Like he's putting it in. He's buying the chart. He's doing what he got to do. And that's altruism at its finest. And that's how you build an altruistic network. But first, you start by having altruistic actions, and you put the next person on. You put the next person forward. So, like I said, appreciate XPX for life for pointing it out. And I'm just showing like you really got to appreciate those things when you got those things. And also as a community, which I know we've more than done. TK is leading the charge. Like I don't even know how to describe it, because I remember I would join so many communities and I didn't have people that really wanted to. How do I put this? You putting in the work, okay. Whereas I feel like XPX, when I'm in here, it's 90% of the community's putting in the work. And I'm so busy in real life, I'm the one that's not around that much. So I got to pull it together a little bit more. But in previous communities I've been in, like I'm putting in, shoot, 48% of the work. BCR putting in the other 48%. The other people put in the other 2%. You can barely get them to retweet or do anything. So you got to just appreciate when you got good people and a good dev and support and champion that energy. And you also got to keep that energy going back and forward and spread it out to one another. Because I feel like that's really what makes the difference on the back end. So moving back to building that altruistic network, I caught this tweet 10 hours ago. It's an XPX token. It was the same thing. It was about the community party. And I wanted to highlight that. I know I already talked about it in the beginning, but I want to highlight how TK made up that initiative because, like I say, that camaraderie is something that's well needed in the space. You need people to have that community aspect. And I think it was something I touched on in the beginning. I was like, contrary to belief, people think I'm here to sell them cards when they see my my picture or something like that. I'm like, not necessarily. I'm here to show you that XPX is a lifestyle. Like XPX, I can't talk about nothing I don't use, and I can't talk about nothing I don't do. And one thing I'm really big on and build is building community and just sharing that aspect of XPX that a lot of people wouldn't really find out. And that's something that you need to champion outside of the technicals, outside of the the left brain activities. You got to build that community and you got to build that altruistic network. So now moving forward, that's pretty much all I had on that front. But moving forward, I'd just like for us to continue to branch out. We all follow each other. We all network together. We all pull up on each other. We all get to that point to where we can actually we grow ourselves. I used to follow so many devs. There's a lot of good devs out there. We got Brady of JFK. We got 3 of All Control. We got a lot of good people out there. And all those people, I learned little hints and gems. Like, what was one thing? Brady said he got this big thing about like it's like some influencers are bad, and we know the good influencers, the crypto Latinas, the space chicks, rest in peace. We know good ones out there. Rico, like I don't even know if he really considers himself influencer, but he got the influence, he got the juice. What I'm saying is, I learned from Brady about the bad actors in the space, but I also learned I always had this vision of when you're building that altruistic network, you can make your own. Why don't you make your own influencers? Why don't you think outside the box? I'm gonna champion the people in my community that I see got the skills, and I'm gonna push them to the next level. I'm gonna support them on all fronts, like a Rico per se, like how he's pushing on all fronts on all socials. You build up your own KOLs, you build up your own call groups, you build up your own raid groups. You find a way to pivot to where you don't need that other side of the space. Not as much. Like I said, everybody's not bad, but I'm all about building the internals of the community and getting to that next level. I believe like everything that you can really do to push things forward starts from within, and that's something that you can just really grasp onto and get to that next level as you continue to build internally and not externalize so much stuff. And going back to Rico putting up his own money, and I remember BCR mentioned another dev that did similar action study. He was a EFWell at some point. His name was Dex223, and I ain't got no affiliation to him or no ties to his token, but that's something you gotta respect in the space. People doing it out their own pocket, people putting their own energy into it and building something out. And as we move into expanding into Las Vegas pretty soon to go to the Bitcoin conference, I'm going out there to shake hands. I'm going to see out there what's organic. I'm going out there to not necessarily network, just I'm going out there to network, but to like I want it to be organic. I don't want to force anything. You know what I mean? I want to talk to you about a little bit of everything, and then we just figure it out from there. We just have to keep chipping away at building those building blocks to get us to the next level. And I'm starting to see it. Like every day we do our natural organic things. We make our private posts on our own telegrams, on our Twitters, on our Reddits, on our whatever, and organically we get new following. And then we come back the next day. We hit them with new information. We get new followers in every day. If I'm getting help, you get followers on your page. You're helping XPX getting followers. Rico's pushing it back to the community. Come back to the Telegram. It's a trickle effect, and as it trickles down, the web is going to keep growing and expanding out. It's going to keep getting bigger and bigger, and that's what I believe is really what's most important. You just got to keep building that web out. Like I said, I consider myself an ambassador. I'm all over the place. I'm in a lot of groups. I got a lot of like I guess previous engagements, so to speak. But I understood when I was at ground zero. You ain't gonna get no attention talking to yourself, and you're definitely not gonna get no attention in an echo chamber. And like I told my guy Mike, I was like, "Hey, bro, if we want to grow something, we're gonna have to grow it ourselves. Especially since we ain't got no money to pay nobody $10,000, $20,000 for a call. We're gonna have to build this organic, and the chart gonna be smoother. And well, we did exactly that. And this ain't even about that, but this is just a testament to the people. We we ran a chart up to like 2 million in like 48 with 48 hours of constant rating and just 5 people pushing organically. That no bots, no weird stuff, no marketing, no Well, we didn't know it was no marketing. But the whole point is, it only takes a few good people to lock in and really get us to that next level. And then once you recognize that pattern and you fill it out, you can keep just adding on to the fuel, adding on to TK, adding on to Rico, adding on to Ollie, adding on to Blazer, adding on to Mr. Mo, everybody. Because I see the work, I see what y'all doing. I wake up, I'm like, well, this is a slew of posts. How can I add to this fire? And then so I'm like, if you grow yourself, you grow XPX. If you grow Rico, you grow XPX. And if XPX is the lifestyle, you're going to continue to build that altruistic network and push XPX to that next level. Now, I wouldn't really meant to hold y'all all day. I'm more of a touch and go person, but the mics is open. But I typically tend to go with the energy, and I pretty much went for that whole 17 minutes. I had a pretty good time, and it was pretty much a freestyle. Cause one thing I don't like to do is I don't like to show up, man. So I gotta do some things with my son. Ain't no necessarily no emergency or things like that, but I gotta take him out of town and something important. So, but I'm still, regardless of that, if you got 2 feet, you gotta show up. You gotta do something. You gotta get things done and push to that next level. But like I say, no 0 days. We out here 25-8. Hey, what's up, Rico?
Man, I mean, you have me here just listening at all, man, just to hear somebody else take the mic like that. And shout out to Mr. Mo, honestly, because, I had retweeted this and I was waiting for it, but then I got caught up doing some other things. And then, I see Mr. Mo post in the TG, to come support. And I mean, what amazing words to hear, just to come in and hear you talking about this project like that. And it's something that we've all curated together by, like you said, bro, like we've attracted this, right, in a very organic way. And I think the most organic way has been, just keeping the integrity with the community, being honest with the community, grinding for the community, keeping the community in some kind of a tight loop as far as information. So that, they don't feel left out and stuff. And I think this is an era that crypto should be in right now, is an era somewhat like this, especially from like early builders. And TK does an amazing job as well. And, seeing you step up to the plate venture and having BCR have your back and Blazer, another guy in the USA, and we're starting to grow this USA side of stuff. It's really appreciated, brother. And it takes time, right? We're building it up little by little. And now, XPX for life is here as well. And that's what's cool, is that it's actually growing on this side. And you've been saying a lot lately, man. And it's awesome that you feel like this. And, I'm going to keep it 100 with you, bro. I remember when you were first getting your card, you're like, I'm going to put it through the ringer. You're saying something like you're coming in, spicy. And I was like, all right, I was like, well, that's cool. I want you to use it. I just want you to, tell me what you need from me so I can make sure you have it. And I really enjoyed that you actually went with that approach, because what it's really done is really made it a lifestyle, right? Because this wasn't something that I sold you on. This is something that you even text me yourself, and I appreciate that. I'm a man. I can handle the heat, man. It's no big deal. And you're like, I'm gonna put it through the test. I'm sure you remember. And it's like, and I'm glad that XPX pulled up so hard for you. And it's crazy how life works out, that it's actually when you needed it the most, exactly. And that's why it becomes a lifestyle. It's my lifestyle. I use the card every day. Here in Vegas, it works. Everything it's just flawless. And of course, Vegas wants all your money, so I can understand why. But it's amazing that that it has become this lifestyle for all of us, and it's going to become a lifestyle for everybody, because that whole Trump coin is the big bat signal in the sky for retail's about to come in, and now we have a team. We have a community, we have products, we have services that a lot of people, all they got to sell is screams, that my dog's better than your dog. My frog's better than your frog. It's like, I know we don't have to do that. We just have to give these people what they're going to need. And that's exciting for me, to have this with an amazing team, to have this with a community that I know we're building something that I believe, honestly, at some point will be grandfathered in. And I don't believe that everybody will be able to do what we're doing. I believe there will come a time where, the big names of the names will be the only ones that are allowed. And I'm glad that, as far as everything we got, everything's in order. Legally, the way we did everything, the teams of lawyers that we have for that reason, for, being able to identify, 5 years from now, you think they're going to let everybody else do payment portals and facilitate real transactions around the world like that? Like, Maybe. But are you going to have a hard time doing it? Yeah, because Nike's already established. You could probably come out with a new shoe and maybe some people will buy your new shoe or whatnot like that, but it's not going to be the Red Bull or Coca-Cola, right? And PayPal's sitting up there on CMC right now, and they don't have their Coca-Cola yet, right? And Pepsi and Coca-Cola need to exist, and PayPal's up there just chilling. And I want to be that Coca-Cola to Pepsi. You know, I want to be where PayPal's spooked, and we have that level of brand recognition no matter where people see us. And I know that to be true. I know we have it. So, bro, you're amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate you. And one thing I like to do, and that I need to have a moment of silence because it's an inside joke, but if you know, you know. I probably hosted 30 to 40 spaces for my last project, and the dev didn't come in there one time. So the fact that Rico's in here, that's like already a testament to pulling up and putting your name on something and not. Well, you know how Vegas have them vanishing acts, so maybe it's on brand. But I'll go back to what you were saying. Yeah, I pulled up on you. I tend not to do nothing if it's not organic because I have really got to the point dealing with all them things in the past. I'm like, you know what? I'm done raiding. I'm done talking to people. I'm just finna get my money and wreck charts. And I said, no, I'm not gonna do that. Then it's like actually it happened so organic. I said, you know what? Maybe something telling me I need to be over here. And I don't mind telling that story, so I'll wrap it up real quick. But riding my motorcycle across town, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, get a part. The store that's like 5 minutes from my house don't have the part. Ride to the next store. I said, oh, I just got on the highway for a quick second with these sweatpants on. Lost all 10 of my cards, credit cards, debit cards, everything. Even went back enough, okay, circled around 3 times, actually walked on the highway, it's 5 lanes, went and got my card. None of my cards was in there. I said, man, this was risking my life for nothing. I had so much stuff in there. So I get home, DHL got the envelope in the front door. I said, what is this? Oh, I have no money right now. I actually need this. So I'll take little cues like that, like maybe I need to be using that. And then going back to what tonight's show was actually going to be about, it was going to be about, well, I'll make it maybe next week or whatever. It was going to be about stewardship because I know it ain't for everybody. And it's not really a religious thing. It's more of a, bro, I need to manage my money. And I was going to tell y'all how XPX helps me manage my money because I messed up a lot of times in the past, like a lot. I got in debt one time, like 30K with just credit cards. And I messed up real bad. But I didn't cry about it. I got into crypto, and that's a whole nother story, but I end up making enough money in crypto to pay off all my debt. And in addition to working 100 hours a week for like 3 months and making like crazy amount of money. But it was all going to the bank and not to me. And I'm like, I'll never do that again. So still got credit cards, but yeah, I need to learn a little bit better. So when XPX popped up, I said, maybe this is a sign I need to lean back off the credit cards a bit because this is what nobody knows what happened. In that previous project where I told you that the dev never showed up for spaces and he like to disappear all the time, it kind of make me mad when I talk about this. I never missed a space, even when my grandma died, even when my grandpa died. I didn't wreck the chart. Even when my grandma died, even when my grandpa died. Even though I needed that money to pay for those funerals, I didn't do it. I went into debt again and I paid for it and I showed up and I didn't cry about it and nobody didn't know because nobody wants to hear you crying. You show up and do what you got to do. Meanwhile, while we're doing all the hard work, Rico's the only dev to ever pop up in my space in a year. That's actually doing what he said he's gonna do. So not to pivot from that too much, but with all this, I guess I do the altruistic thing a little bit too much, and I tend to like take care of everybody around me. So I ain't gonna lie, I got a little bit of debt on me right now, and I actually been using my XPX card to limit my spending, control my spending. And hey man, if you want to spend some money, you better go get a win so you can cash it out. And I guess since I've been like, well, I really wasn't about the stewardship today, but since I've been being studious with my money, I'm like, know what? It's not. I was talking to a guy earlier. Actually, I know y'all know who it is. I was talking to MJ. We talk daily. He's pretty smart. And I was like, he was like telling he texts me about plays. Like we got that close, which goes back to building an altruistic network. I got people I don't even talk to in Telegram no more. They call my phone. We FaceTime. We talk every day. And he tell me about plays and things. I'm like, bro, I hear you about the plays. I know Trump coin. He called me Trump coin was at 1 billion. I'm like, bro, I know it's gonna go, but this is a mentality thing. I'm not finna FOMO. I got some, but I'm not going to put in super duper numbers just because I know, like, I'm trying to discipline myself to not go back into old patterns. So that's why I'm using my XPX card, and that's why I use a certain percentage of my net worth when I go into trades, and I tend not to try to get greedy. And I feel like every time I try not to be greedy, like I say, I work a lot. I work, what we say, 25/8. I'm putting in 70, 80, 90 hours a week. I only need to work with my way my lifestyle is set up 20 to 25 hours a week. I go hard so I don't have to G charts, so I don't have to wreck projects. But then I I limit myself and I use my percentages so I don't go into projects all FOMO-y and look all crazy. And I think I've been getting paid back for just trying to be studious in that. So I get the 15Xs, I get the 50Xs, I got 380Xs last month. But it's such a little bit about the money. I don't know if it's the law of attraction or the way if it works. Whenever I put in a little bit amount of money, that $10 a turn and $800, and I'll have money to spend, and I can pay off my debt, and I can be studious, and I can send the put. And I'm just working on filling it out. And XPX been helping me with that. And that's really a side note, but I just went on a little tangent. But yeah, XPX been helping me with that. And like I say, everything I do is off the strength of being organic, and how I ended up here with Rico is organic. And if you can't tell about me right now, one thing I like to do, I like to focus on building the energy. I like to focus on building the people around me. I like to focus on making the room better, and just overall just pushing forward in some type of way to get to that next level and build that altruistic network, which I didn't know what I was doing at first, but hey, that's where we ended up at. But anyway, it's around the 30-minute mark. If anybody want to come up to speak or say anything, feel free. But I really just threw up this space because I know a lot of guys, they say, hey, man, how you host the space? I'm like, bro, I had zero plan tonight. I said, we just going to do this in 20 minutes and throw it up and just see how it goes. And I see you in here, Kings. If you got anything to say, feel free. It's open room. I'm just wrapping up. I ain't got nothing planned, nowhere to go, nothing to do. But it was just me just coming up here just to, like I say, I do not show up. I was supposed to have a space at 10 o'clock tonight that got canceled. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do something. What rolled off the mind, build an altruistic network. So I'll just give it to y'all like that. And if nobody else got nothing to say, I'll end it right here. I like to go with the flow. I end it where
No,
it
bro.
ends. I
just want to say thank you, Venture. And I appreciate, like, you are, I always know. That's why I had to hit you up a couple of times, and I'm glad that it happened how it happened. But yeah, man, you're completely undervalued in the space, and you're a great person in the community, not just the XPX community, but really crypto, bro. And doing your best to network and bring people together is something that is really undervalued right now. So I appreciate everything that you do, not just for XPX. I'm sorry to hear for your losses as well, and even the situation with like all of that stuff. It kind of bothered me, to be honest with you, and it was hard for me to try to figure out a way how to help and without stepping on no toes or without being disrespectful in any way. But I just felt like there was where I saw a lostness in some individuals that I felt that they should not let this bull run pass them up, that they should be a part of something. And I'm glad that you put XPX through the test. I'm glad that not only did the cards show you that, we're serious about what we're doing, but I'm glad that you really embedded yourself within this community, and every part of this community shows you that it's not just me, it's not just Ali, it's not just David or Marlon. It's like every single member has like something to contribute and something to push on, whether it's XPX for life being super bullish. And I love his accent, and I love and nobody sounds like XPX for life. And I love that so much. Like, I love, he's the guy that kind of, and it's just us. It's just the guys, busting my balls a little bit, and I can handle it. He can handle it when I'm giving it back to him. He doesn't get all butthurt or nothing like that, and I can appreciate that. It's like everybody has something that they bring. We got Mr. Mo that I love, of course, just being super transparent, testing out the cards, giving me amazing feedback, and just being somebody who's a part of like seeing that we're building something, right? And just the way that he's always approached me like a true gentleman, and has absolutely been a pleasure to know, and I want to keep growing all these relationships. So Venture, it is honestly a pleasure of XPX to have you with us, not just the token, but actually the community, and I'm glad that you feel comfortable with us. And yeah, bro, I really appreciate you, and let's keep doing what we're doing. All we do is we figured it out. We just scale up from here. today we're doing ones, tomorrow we're doing twos. After that, we're doing threes. Maybe it's not 3 people after that. Maybe we'll go back to just one person we let know about XPX, but then we scale that back up to twos, and then we're letting 2 people know, and maybe 3 and 4. And that's all we keep doing. We keep scaling the recipe that we have right here, and it's a great vibe. So thank you, bro. Anything that XPX can do to support your movements, your endeavors, and what you have going on inside the space within XPX or out of it, what's up. Just let me know.
All right, appreciate you. Hey, yo, Kings, what's going on?
What's going on, brother? Seeing you were live, had to jump in and show some love, show some support. Shout out to Rico and the whole XPX community. See you guys are doing your thing over here. But I hope everybody's having a great weekend. Obviously, there's all types of insanity and crazy things going on in the space right now. But obviously, I think it's bullish. As long as it plays out right, it's extremely bullish.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. That thing put everybody in the blender. It was out of left field. The Trump coin. I was like, hey man, my own mom, man. She told me, she said, hey, you put me in a mode. But it's funny. My mom don't trade crypto. She not on computers or nothing. She just mind her business and play her casino games on her phone. She messaged me. She said, hey, Trump launching a coin down. I'm like, you don't know what you talking about. You don't know. I'm like, how you take it wrong, man? How do you take it wrong?
That's a good sign, Venture. That's exactly what we want to hear.
I don't know why I didn't see it. When she said, I went and looked. When she sent it, I looked at the time. I was like, it was at 600K when she sent me that. I said, man, Pritchard. Oh, well, at least I got a good joke. I can talk about how I faded my mom on Donald Trump coin. Like, there's so many things you should have did.
We're going to have your mom open up the next call channel for TG. She's the new KOL. She's calling bangers.
I might have her do that. You can find like this.
Mom's Moneybags Mansion is what we're going to do.
Hey, what's up? Hey, BCR, you want to come up?
All right. Yeah, I'm just chilling. Yeah, just KYC'd into the card and got that ordered, so I'm excited to see it. I don't know why I held off so long, but I was like one of the first to use the business side of it, so yeah, let's see how this personal card goes. I'm gonna use it for a few purchases.
Oh, you say you used the business side first?
Yeah, just watching development on it.
I got to get with you on that because I need some ideas.
Yeah,
because I don't give a damn about the fees. I need fees. I need stuff to write off on my taxes so I can have all these cards and keep stuff separate and not dibble and dabble.
Yeah, and you'll have all the documents you can pull and do that, right? It's going to be fugazi. You can actually pull the files right off of the dashboard and do. And I encourage you guys to do it, right? Like the people who doesn't want to, if you don't want to pay $1 million in taxes, it's because you don't want to make $100 million. Like it's okay. You're going to make more money and stuff. I see we got the main page. I think maybe it's Ali up here from the main page of XPX. What's up? I see you guys grab the mic.
What's up, Ali?
Is it Ali or maybe TK?
No, it's TK.
Yeah, we were talking about you too. Did you hear?
Hello, guys. How are you all? Are you good?
Hey, what's going on, TK?
Yeah, we are climbing and all of that and this and that. Yeah. No, I'm just over. That was my bad impression of Ollie. This and that and no. But, no, cruising. I'm out in the barn like usual. It's midnight. My animal's looking good. Just tuning in. I saw the notification popping up. So, yeah, why not? Here to support like always. And why not from the main page? I mean, good exposure. So, yeah, overall, excited. And, yeah, like you say as well, I don't really care at all about the chart, to be honest. I'm just super excited to see a little bit, like since you joined Venture and BCR more and everyone, popping up, Danielle as well. I mean, I see it from the point of, the community growing and we bonding stronger. I don't really care about price action because I know where we're going and the team's still building like every fucking day. So just, excited. Everyone who knows the Rico's work ethics, they should not question anything he say. So, yeah, I'm just overall excited for the future, and so should you be. to be honest, everyone here.
I appreciate you coming through. I was giving you flowers about the community initiative. I don't like giving people late. Like that way that you pulled up for the community and made the community hour. Like that's more of what people don't realize we need. And I don't think people understand like the power of like building relationships. I made up a new phrase, like in the power of AI, you're gonna want to have some real relationships with some humans. It's gonna become rare. Not to downplay AI, but it's we got the tide gonna go this way. So the real another currency is gonna be AI. It might be a market for a real human driver or like an actual conversation. Pretty soon they might end up paying people for real conversations online, but not like no hotline. We might be getting to some other stuff. Hey, next level cash. Hey, I see you popped up, bro. What's going on?
Yeah, yes, can I continue first a little bit if it's okay with you,
Yeah,
Next Level Cash?
Absolutely not okay at all, TK.
Oh, fuck off, man. No, thank you. I just want to say that, I'm so tired of tokens with shit tokenomics, with the dev or team that's not present, and, all of this fucking emotional, tokens. So I'm super happy to have firstly found XPX, obviously, and Rico and the team. And the whole thing about being organic project, which have no angel investors, no calls, no BS around and making you sweat your pants off, and for Next Level Cash and his project as well, follow the crumbs and you will be rewarded. You need to get to know the team. The team need to be accessible and there for you daily, so you have the conviction in the play, and that's why conviction in the community is very important as well. Like you say, without community, there's no one to really be behind the team, right? So if Rico goes up in the morning and he knows that the community is there, he's chanting for him and to push him forward, it makes it easier for him, and it's also benefiting the team, obviously. So it's like a symbiosis, right, between the community and the team. Without that bond, it's not really a good vibe or a good investment. Yeah, but sorry, carry on, Next Level Cash.
Everything what TK just said, I'm going to second that. And that's all I got to say about that.
No, go on.
Yeah, no, I'm just chilling. I'm just jumping space to space. All you guys to open up a live. I got the notification set on for Venture here now. So I'll be showing up whenever I can. I'm here for XPX as much as possible, just as much as my other bay, and eventually they'll merge together and they'll have little XPX bay babies, and it's going to be like bay pay, and it's going to be like this epic thing that goes on forever and ever. We're just going to be a nonstop utility and across all the chains. So I'm here.
What? Rico AI babies?
What? Troking your mind is something else. I swear to you, brother. Where in the world did you pull Rico AI babies from? Where did you go in your brain and find that? I freaking love you. Oh my God.
You are XPX, the man itself, and Bay is Bay.
Oh my God.
There we go, man. It's more.
Oh my God, that's too crazy. Oh my God. No, we love Soul Bay here. There's no secret about that. And there shouldn't be no secret about that, right? We've always supported multiple movements within cryptocurrency. We've always had a WAGME movement on the channel as far as the live streams. We've seen the good, we've seen the bad, and I think we're seeing something special right now. That's what I think I see. Like, Next Level. Look, I always keep it 100 with you guys. This guy could have been a guy because he launched his own coin. He justifies cheating our chart and just running off or whatever. Like, you don't bump into guys like this. Like, you don't meet Next Level Cash every other day. You don't meet these type of people that, and you know what? I got in and my bag looks pretty crazy on Bay, and it's just going to stay there. I really don't care about it because I care more about the person. And I can see, like, when I put myself in that investor mode, right? Like, I'm invested. There's millions of AIs out there, right? There's a ton of AI out there. I'm not invested into all these AIs because of AI, right? It helps me get in, but I'm really more invested into him. I'm invested into his character. I'm invested to the idea of doing something for retail because there's not many projects out there really mentioning this right now. And I like that he can see that that's going to be very lucrative. And anybody that can really, hone in on that is going to be very, very powerful. So, that's why, it's no secret, nor will it be a secret that, we rock with Bay and stuff like that, because ethical AI should be here. There should be builders that we support. Like I said, you can go, I don't know, wandering around for the next 2 to 3 years, and you probably won't bump into another Next Level Cash that, most people that would have had a bag of our project and would have launched their own project, they would have G'd our chart to go support that or do something like that. The man's just got it staked. I mean, he comes in, he says what's up, and he's just building on his own. And you know what? I did the same thing with Bay. I loaded up at 54K, which was crazy. I wanted to make sure we could hold, some floors that, people that that don't care about the project as much as we do shouldn't have those prices, and we loaded up. And I'm going to hold that. And when I get more Solana and I print more Solana, I keep my Solana separate from my base separate from my ETH separate from my BNB, and because the average millionaire has 7 streams of income. So I just look at every blockchain as a stream of income, right? And when I get Solana, I put it into Solbay. That's no secret and stuff. So that's awesome. I'm rocking with you, bro.
Hey, I appreciate what you got to say about Next Level Cash. And I'm kind of kicking myself because I remember when you first brought Bay up on the channel, I had no idea that was connected to him, and I immediately ignored it. I was like, I don't want to hear about no project that's at 100 million, and I didn't know it wasn't at 100 million yet. I was like, this looks like $100 million project, and I was like, man, okay, I was wrong, and I think that was around 300K. I was like, I just never went and checked the chart. I was just like, this got to be at 100 million. I don't want to hear about this. But now I just checked it a while ago. So I'm like, I definitely got to align with the energy because he definitely matches the vibes. You remind me like a lot of the other people we associate ourselves with that give that organic energy. You ain't got to be a nah, let me not say that. It was a cheating joke, but you don't know what people's situation is. But you don't have to go wrecking charts just to jump around and hop around and still lose. Like, you just make enough money, do what you got to do. Have a side income or something, but that's a whole nother story. Yeah, I definitely appreciate you coming to Next Level Cash, and I'm gonna tap in with you and with Soul Bay, and like we say, build that network out. Because I was in a Telegram or was it Space the other day? It was working pretty great. And I was like, that's pretty nice. I gotta definitely see what's going on. Maybe Rico give me some tokens or something. Nah, I'm just playing. Hey, what's up, Ollie? I mean, my bad, TK.
It's good, darling. That. No, but I want to I just want to second what Rico said before. Gravitating towards token that really focus on retail and mass adoption is really key. That's why I really love XPX, and that's why I also like Bay, obviously. Strong community, as I said before, accessible and transparent team that shows up. And as well building towards mass adoption and the retail, because that's where the money is. And if they go into Bitcoin and they see, oh shit, we joined now up on 250K, so it's fucking late, they go down the list, check what we're gonna do, and they're not gonna gravitate towards blockchain and 0 layers and what the fuck not, right? They're gonna go towards the payment solutions, and they're gonna go towards AI and gaming, the simple stuff. Yeah, so we sit on gold, just buy a bag, load up, and be happy.
Well, I appreciate that.
Humble pie is what's going to be given out. I mean, you got friends that you don't even know that they deserve a humble pie. You got a cousin or somebody next to you that maybe they didn't sound that negative, but you didn't even notice that they were just like, I don't know, they weren't as supportive. I think and you know what? If you guys need some extra ones, I'm cooking up so many because retail's coming in, and that chart and that volume is a taste of 2021, everybody. That is the real deal taste of 2021. Just that one chart, though. Just that one right there. That's that euphoric feeling. Everything else was institutional money coming in, and of course some retail getting hyped up by the situation. But that Trump chart is what 2021 BNB vibes felt like, when it was just like everybody, you get $1 billion market cap project, you get $1 billion, Fed goes to the 1 billion, Shinobi goes to 1.8 billion. Everybody was going to the billions or hundreds of millions, and just like that, where it didn't make sense and it just happened like that. And now that all that money just got injected into crypto, like TK was saying, it's going to fall down, right? They're going to want to either off-ramp that, which is why XPX is cool, because we have this like hovering thing that gives us a way to acquire more income and acquire more capital to keep building this out, where most people don't have that toll that exists, right? We have this thing that exists outside of us, but there's going to be so many people looking for great projects. Like we're in it to win it. So retail is officially the alarm and trumpet has officially been sounded for retail. And this is the moment for us that we've been kind of waiting for. And this is that weird match that lit the whole fire and everything kind of came to life. And I was drooling, and I think some of you guys should do it too. Imagine just getting 1% of those people that are selling on that Trump token. You know, some people are selling $500,000 one clip, and the chart's not even going down. So the liquidity is there. Imagine, you know, that person that just sold for 100, 400, 500K, and we just start helping these people off ramp. Like they're going to invest in other stuff, but for sure they're going to take some profits and spend it in the real world. VIPs are about to be sold out. Lambos are going to need new Lamborghinis in their dealership because crypto's coming to buy it all up. And that's where XPX stands in the way, right? We actually give these people that are making this money that accessibility to spend, you know, 150K because that's what they just sold on a Trump token without no questions asked. They could load their card right now and leave their house and go load it. I dare you go load 150K on your bank card and go try to spend it right away and let me know if they let you do it or they don't hit you up and say, hello, is that you? And because we don't even got it because they don't even got the money.
Hey, Rico, my credit card locked the other day just because I used $300. I'm like, bro, I just got this card. But no, this is ridiculous. Hey, what's up?
But you know what? That's why we're building the future venture because we're adults. You're telling me I'm grown enough and mature enough to peel off 70K off of a project, you know, off of a Trump coin, but I'm not mature enough to load my car and spend it when I want to. Like, no, I'm way over that. That's an outdated idea. We don't trust you guys. You guys have driven inflation through the roof. We've bailed the banks out so many times. We're not falling. I mean, that's like giving an uncle or a cousin. You keep borrowing them money, and every time you borrow them money, they never pay you back. They never fix the problem, and we keep giving them money. It's like, no, we're not doing it no more. I'll load up my own card with my own money that I've made, and I'll spend it however I want to because I did it all myself anyways. And that's where we're at, everybody.
100%. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry about that. Hey, TK, go ahead. Your hands up. There you go. Uh-oh. Can you hear him?
Yes.
No.
Yes, sir. Yes. It's okay.
Oh, yeah, you good. You good.
All right, nice. No, I don't look at emojis, thumbs up and shit. No, but I just want to say that.
I can't hear you, though.
Nah,
You joking me or what?
Yeah, it's good. I'm just messing with you. Man, I got 5
just being a
man.
cock.
I had a lot of practice trolling. And I'm the youngest too.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear TK?
No, stop it. No, but I just want to say that, you know, there's very few people I trust. Even Miyazaki rugged fucking Kendu, right? So, I mean, Rico, I like him very much, and I fully trust him. And obviously, I sleep well with my bae as well.
Whoa, what's that about?
Sleeping good on that bag. Sleeping on that bag, yeah. So, you know, I'm feeling very comfortable with my exposure on XPX, which is the absolutely biggest, like 90% of my portfolio, and they have a nice piece as well. Because you know, I sleep well now, so I'm just super happy, and I really enjoy everything that's going on, especially in XPX, because I talked about the 5 pillars before: the technology, the utility, the team, the community. And you know, we have everything going our way, and we're working for retail. So I'm just super happy, and I don't really care if people is not taking this opportunity, because we are all blessed to be under the guidance of Rico. And if people don't appreciate it, if people legit, I don't really care. So because I know that we all who trust him, will be highly rewarded. So I'm just super happy to see all the faces I see regularly up in here. And and I hope to see you guys in next year, next cycle, around, leave big moon bags, take profit, responsible, and it's gonna be good. Yeah. So we have each other. We are a family here. So I appreciate you all and I love you all, for sure.
Most definitely. You definitely appreciate Rico and all the tips he give out and things like that. Man, I just started streaming. Uh, he told me to start doing that. It's already making a difference. Like being consistent. I remember he told me to host spaces. I was hosting spaces early morning. I just wake up early in the morning. I would just start a space. Wouldn't promote it or anything. He would pop in there and it would actually start getting big. I'm like, man, I just want this to run for 5 minutes, and we were running for 2 hours, and like just taking his tips and advice, like it just keeps expanding out. And was like that was early networking, early altruistic networking. And anybody in here, if y'all want to come up, not shy on nobody. I don't say nobody's dumb, nothing's bad. You can talk about whatever. That's the whole point of networking. You don't know who's who. You don't know who's in the room. We had a girl in our last project. Her name was Erica. She don't like attention at all. She don't like X at all. She knows everything about altcoins. Every time she says something, 200-300%, 400%. Not even shortening, not even long. And I'm like, who are you? Like, hey, you know all this. All she does is research. Like, you wouldn't know those people if you don't talk to them, if you don't get them to come out their shell and speak to them and make a safe environment for them to just be themselves and do what they do. And I think Rico does that. He does a great job of that for XPX. And then TK adds on to that, and he does a great job of that too. And everything's just open, and we can just keep that energy going and keep pushing it like that. But now, I'll just wrap it up right here. If anybody got any last words, I'll let y'all get it in, and we can go about a Saturday night. No, nobody want to be in here all day on a Saturday night. Definitely got to get to some things. So if we all good,
For sure. Thank you for the space, man. And I appreciate you for doing this and, for joining XPX. Like Rico said before, you're a huge asset, and we appreciate you.
ain't no problem, man. I try to do what I can, man. I know I had to cancel the original space, but I think this worked out better because I know you guys' time zone's a little different, and it's like right in the middle maybe for everybody. So maybe I'll try to keep it around here. I just didn't know if I was stepping on anybody's toes, or y'all have things planned, or Rico's. Well, he got like a lot of stuff planned. I never know the middle of the day with him, so just leave me. I'm fourth quarter. I'm fourth in the inches. Put me on, coach. I'll run it. But yeah, I'll try to keep.
And what you said before, I am maybe not the huge asset to XPX, but I am real, and I'm as honest can be. So I'm here for everyone, and I'm not experienced in crypto, but I rely on other people and networking. That's the thing, right? You got to be yourself, and you got to surround yourself with good
Definitely.
people.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's the thing.
Don't say stuff like that. Don't hold on, Venture. We're not gonna let them get away with that. Don't say that you're not.
Okay, that's all for today. Bye,
No,
guys.
no. I mean, there is no other TK. There is none. I mean, you're a part of this. You're the Viking glue. Okay, so I just want to clear that. Go ahead, Venture. I'm done. Go ahead, do your thing, bro. Love your space, bro.
I don't know. I forgot. I forgot what I was gonna say. But ain't no big deal. Damn.
Yeah, I got lost too in that Viking
no.
goo. Doesn't sound too nice, to be honest.
I forgot. Ain't no big deal. I was gonna say something, but I lost it. So I'll just wrap it up right there. Oh, next level cash, you can go ahead. Maybe it'll come back.
I got you, dude. I'll fill in for the second. Think about it really hard, because all I want to do is say, make sure you guys jump into all the XPX spaces, right? We have one tomorrow as a guest. You guys are more than welcome to come up there and chill. XPX nonstop. Get Soul Bay up there asking questions. Ask her about what we can do, what we can't do. It's going to be a fun time. But one more time. Let's do this, guys. I'm out.
Definitely appreciate the energy, man. You got a lot of characters in XPX, man. It's like we got TK, we got Next Level, we got Rico. I'm gonna read from the top down. We got Rico, we got XPX Token, we got BCR, we got Next. I'm trolling TK. We got Blazer, Mr. Vote, XPX for Life, Crypto 10, Caesar, Vic Web 3, Shauna, LA. It's going good around here, and that's the vibes you need, man. I just really threw this up off the freestyle because I don't like. I got a thing, man. No 0 days. I work 7 days a week. I'm going out to make some money. I'm gonna go do something. I don't care what I gotta do. I don't care if it's I don't care what hold on. I do care what I got to do. Ain't talking about committing no crimes. But I'm talking about I ain't got, my whole point is I'm going out to do something. I'm going out to do a pull up. I'm going out to go run. I'm going out to do something. I'm going to teach my son something. I'm going to put that 1% in on multiple levels every day. And so I couldn't have today be a 0 for XPX. I had to just pull up and make something up. And it actually worked out. And I appreciate all y'all coming, and hey, it turned out pretty good. And I'm going to just end it right there. I definitely appreciate everybody in the room. All right, 1.